Hey everyone, Lensman here, and welcome to a brand new series on a public server. So guys, this is the Direwolf20 pack. We are running version 1.1.4 and it's currently being brought to you from the Shadownode server. So this is a public server. There will be details in the description below. As far as I'm aware, it's free to join, so by all means, check it out. Well, I'm just going to do a standard sort of let's play through this game. It's not a quest pack. It is a bit of a kitchen sink pack. If you've ever watched Direwolf20 before, you'll know he generally puts in a bunch of different mods. Likes to automate things, so we've got plenty of options in terms of machines and that sort of stuff. You've got actually additions is in here, and there's a lot of stuff in actually additions. What else we got? Wow, so you can see how much that's 2 pages of actually additions already. And then we got AE2s in here, Bagginses, Biomes of Plenty. I'm not sure if this is Biomes of Plenty World. I don't believe it is. What else we got? Some blood magic. Britannia's in here. What else we got? Chisel, which you saw before. Lots of chisel blocks. Dark Utilities is in here. Compact Solar Arrays. Draconic Evolution. Ender IO. Still going Ender IO there. Extra Utilities 2. Forestry. All their bees and that sort of stuff. Immersive Engineering. IC2. It's all IC2. We've got iron backpacks. So they're a pretty cool little way of making bags to carry stuff around. We've got not enough wands. Open computers is all in here too. Psi. Quark. RF Tools. What else? RF Tools Dimensions, Railcraft, Refined Storage. So you can I think I'll go Refined Storage over AE2 because I've never tried Refined Storage before. Done AE2 a fair few times, so we'll give Refined Storage a go in this playthrough. Tinker's Constructs in here. What else we got? That's about it. So it's not a huge mod pack. It's fairly still requires about 4 gig of RAM to run it, but that being said, it runs quite well on my machine. I don't have a potato by any stretch of the imagination, but it definitely does run quite well here. Not sure what my frame rate is normally. I'm getting 60 FPS at the moment, but I mean, you look around, there's nothing built here yet. I've found myself a nice little spot. It's in the side of a mountain here. I've met a few of the players on the server, and they gave me a few bits and pieces like these funky slime boots, which are quite awesome actually, because I can jump from any height I want and I won't take full damage. It's quite nice. So if I do fall down a ravine or something, I don't have to worry. Done a little bit of a wall here, more just to protect the base, but just something a little bit different than just a hut somewhere. So I build into the side of the wall. So this is a 110 pack. So that being the case, the combat mechanic is the difficult one, where you can't just spam the button. But yeah, as I said, we're just going to do a normal let's play. So I thought for this we'll start off by making some Tinker's Tools, which is generally something I start my series off doing if Tinker's is in the pack. If it's not, I panic a little bit first and then try and work out what I'm going to do for tools, because I do love a good Tinker's construct, pick and sword, etc. So I've been planting a few oak trees down here. I collected them on my way over from spawn, which I'm a fair way from spawn. I came a long way by boat. Spawn's over here. It's actually been built up. I joined the server before the spawn area had been completed. So there is a bit more buildings over there. I have visited one of the players who was about 3,000 odd blocks away. Can't exactly remember which way they were. They were that way. So there's a couple of guys playing over in that direction, 3,000 odd blocks over here. So their base is quite nice. They're building it under the ground actually. They've got a couple of buildings up top. They're starting to build, oh, here it is here, underground here. And Direwolf20, who hosted the Regrowth server back when I started on Regrowth, has set up a base just over the other side of the hill here. Eesh. Sneak up on me like that. So I'm not sure how much he's done since I discovered his base. Not too much. So Direwolf20 is a streamer on Beam normally, so if you want to go and check him out, I'll throw his link in the description below as well. But he's got a base that's over there, and it's hey, how you doing, buddy? Go away. A little bit of server lag. That's the only downside to playing on a server is that potentially a creeper will get you before you even notice he's there. But yeah, back to what we were doing. And if you remember, the bees in this version of Minecraft do sting, so I try not to get too close. But we'll start. I've got a fair bit of wood now. Hey, that's not very nice. I'm not home. I'm over here. Yikes. No. Did he just die with a heart? That was weird. I forgot to shut my door, but yeah. Try not to let them in. So let's do our bits and pieces. Pretty standard Tinker's construct startup. So let's get our tables. I've got a crafting station. Let's get a stencil table. So first we're going to need some stencils. Let's take a bunch of this and turn it into wood, and then grab a few sticks. That'll do. That should be enough patterns. I'm going to require a chest. I'm going to require a crafting table. And let's see where we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. Tool station, part builder, pattern chest. What else do I need? Stencil table. Awesome. We've got 16 stencils still left. So the diamond pickaxe was a gift as well, along with the iron chisel. The gold shovel here is something you get when you join up, because this pack, this server has the ability to claim blocks, and you can see this here. I've claimed a section for myself. So the glowstone isn't actually there, it's just depicting the area I've claimed, and you can expand your claim by using your golden shovel. When you first log on and you place down your first inventory, so either a chest or one of these crafting stations actually count as well, it will claim your first area, which is generally, I think it's about a 9x9 space. The server does have a token shop where you can buy more blocks, and that generally you can get points just by voting for the server. So there's a daily vote that you can get, which will get you 250 points, I think it is, or tokens, and it's about 1 token for 10 blocks. So it's not expensive, and to be quite honest, I claimed 1,000 blocks earlier, which I haven't used yet, and it was 100 tokens, and I've been on the server a couple of days and got 500 tokens. So plenty of space, plenty of it's fairly easy to get started in it. So let's put tool station next to the crafting station. I'm going to put stencil table, part builder. So let's go part builder, this, and then that. And that should give us the ability to see, when I got the stencil table, I can put the patterns. So I want a pickaxe head, for example. I can pick that up straight into the pattern chest. Shovel into there, axe into there. I want another shard. Sharpening kit will come in handy. Let's grab a sword blade. Tool rod. Binding pattern. Yeah, so the binding. And what do I want? Let's just go with a wide guard for this playthrough. So I will build some of the other tools eventually. So now we can come over here, and I've got the diamond one. So let's just make a real cheap and nasty. I want to make that out of wood. Cheap and nasty matic. Oh. Wow. It's a little bit of lag for myself. I mean, it's one of the things I come across just from living in Australia pretty much, because servers are mainly based in the US, and me being in Australia, I've got a fairly long distance to connect up. Let's see here, I was doing this. I've done a little bit of mining, picked up a few items as I went around. Went and dumped a nice sign over Beyond Valley's base to tell him that I had been there. I haven't really set up too much in the way of food or anything yet. This is a bit of a mob drops chest, so that string can probably in that. Probably the feather can probably all go in here actually. This is just a junk chest, and these jams I was given by one of the other players as well as a actually additions crusher and coal generator. So we will get into this, but I will obviously step you through how these all work and the best way of using them. So got myself a very, very cheap matic. Probably wouldn't hurt. Let's see. I don't know if you can still do flint. I don't think I have any flint yet. I do, but it's going to be more than that. I don't know if I've got any gravel. Still want to do the floor in this place. I'll just hit it with a bit of chiseled cobble, something like that for now. But I do want to. Oh, that's the last bit of glass from when I was making the wall. Oh, goodness me. So yeah, I'll do a bit of mining, I think. I need to make some more torches. I'm going to need to make another sword, so I don't really want to make it out of stone, but for the sake of getting it done, let's do this. That's not what I wanted. I wanted one of these. That will be for later. Whoops. Blade thing, yep, like that. Cheap. Wow. Doesn't like my typing today. Cheapskate. Cool. So it's got a +5. I mean, that's alright. It's the same as a stone sword, but okay, there's no leveling up on this one. It's just a straight regular Tinker's construct. No Tinker's leveling or anything like that. So I need to collect up a bunch of materials, and we need to work on some basic ore processing, which I guess is where this crusher and that comes in handy. But as I said, this crusher's got materials that I don't really have yet. So these are all from actually editions, and let's see if I can spell properly. Actually editions has a bunch of stuff that is really nifty and will come in handy as an early game setup. So it's got the ability to transmit power and items via lasers, and I think fluids as well. We've got some interfaces, and these things here are kind of like they call a transvector interface from Thorncraft, whereas it's a block. It's called a phantom face. It basically allows you to have one block linked to another and connect to it as if you were connecting to the original block. Not sure what these things do. Coffee maker, that might be good. But there's all sorts of things. There's a farmer here, but a lot of this I really don't know what it does yet. So it's a case of we need to get into this mod. But I think one of the things I do need to make is this atomic reconstructor, because that is how we get that redstonia crystal that was required for this. So this is made via the atomic reconstructor and a bit of power. It turns redstone into this redstonia crystal. So for us to make one of these, we're going to need some redstone, we're going to need some iron, and then some sticks and some black quartz. So we're going to need 8 iron. I'm not sure how much we've got. I've got a little bit of black quartz. A little bit here. I didn't find much iron while I was out and about, so I do need to go mining. I've got a little bit. So I needed 8. And yes, I could just break out those two devices and start using them, but that's kind of a little cheaty. What did he give me? He gave me a coal generator, which is fairly simple. I don't know what it puts out, but again, same thing, some black quartz, some iron for the iron casing, and some cobble and some coal. That's very, very cheap. So, you know what, let's just do this. Let's grab these things out. Crusher, what else did it require? It required some basic coils, which is some more black quartz and some redstonia around the outside, and a couple of flint. So they are fairly cheap, and I don't think they're very amazingly powerful. So let's just put coal generator and crusher. I'm hoping that this... Damn, let's try to burn that. Okay, so what's it generating? I'm not sure what it generates. So I put 2 sticks in there and I got 6,000 RF. And this is full, so maybe when the guy gave it to me it was full. So it's getting us iron dust. So it's an ore doubling mechanic. So the last thing we would need there would probably be a powered furnace, which is going to require Inori crystals, which come from iron in front of the atomic reconstructor. So let's get some redstone, some iron, some black quartz. Oh, we've got a gold dust out of that. Black quartz in here. Grab you out. Actually, I don't think I have any redstone. So yeah, I'm going to need to go mining. So I'll put a cut in here, and I will head down to the bowels of the earth here. I'm just going to sort of go out this direction. That's funny, that a couple of sticks. I mean, as I know it was full, but still. Yeah, I'm going to go do a little bit of mining, and I'll be back once I've got some redstone. Yay, found some redstone. Digging for ages. Burnt through a tinker's pick. Oh, it looked like I got one of the resonating things as well from extra utilities. So yeah, been down here mining with this diamond pick, which I'm probably going to burn through fairly quickly. Found a bit of a cave system up above this area, but I decided to come down to like 11 just to try and see if I could find some diamonds. So far, haven't really found much at all. A bit of tin there. But yeah, generally just fairly difficult to find anything. I mean, like, that was my first bit of redstone, and I've come all the way down to here and then along to find some redstone. So how many did I get? I got 27. That should keep us going a little bit. I'll just grab this tin. Generally don't like to do too much in the way of stuff mining on camera. But yeah, you can see just up here, this area here, just dig a little bit more of a way in. There's a bit of a cave system. Got a bunch of iron here, so alright for those sort of materials. A little bit of other stuff, some tin and some plutonium. And then if you go up this way, it's a fairly extensive cave system. There were some zombies over here somewhere. But yeah, it's a fairly extensive system. It goes up there, it comes all the way along here. Hello, Mr. Zombie. How you doing, buddy? So this is little underground green area, I guess. I don't know what they actually called. It's sort of a bit of an oasis sort of thing, which happens from one of the mods, I should say. Causes these underground trees to grow, little pockets of green. But yeah, I've got a few materials now. We'll head back up to the surface, and we'll try and get this empowerer thing done. So you can see there I'm 80 meters down. I'll come back when I get to the top. Alrighty, back at the top. Let's see if we can get this thing to do its job now. So let's grab that. Oh, it's in there. That pulverized iron from before, which I probably can't grab because I've got too much junk in my inventory. I need to make some barrels now. In you go, all of you in there. Okay, so let's grab this. Throw you in there. I wouldn't mind grabbing probably at least another one. And can I run these things through there, or do I have to cook it? Well, it seems to. So I think there is a way of doubling this. Yep, it gives us plaque. Crushed black quartz. Let's put them in there and give it a bit of coal. And then I'm going to want to hold on to that redstone. I'm probably going to need a little bit more iron, so let's run another 3 of them, and in this we'll put a bit of coal. Fairly slow. So what do we need? We need to make the atomic reconstructor, so we needed 4, 8, 4 sticks and a black quartz. So let's grab the 4 sticks. There's some wood here somewhere. Really? Here's 4 sticks. I've got a couple of bits of this crushed black quartz. It's 4 iron. This is done with its duty here. Let's throw another piece of coal in. It's filling up quite quickly. There are others on the server today. I do have chat turned off at the moment, but you can see that the server's fairly full today. We've got a lot of people on. So if any of you guys are watching, howdy, sorry, chat is turned off. But there's our 8. Let's throw this in here and, I don't know, give it some wood. Maybe that'll be enough to give us 1. So I need the redstone, the sticks, iron, and at least one piece of this. So let's make the iron casing like so, and then we want, and I've gotten my actually editions manual because of that. And this, which will give us the atomic reconstructor, I want to make, I'm going to need stone for that, aren't I? Which I might be able to do a bit of granite, perhaps. Can that be turned into a button? Yes, it can. So this I'm going to want to put, you know what I'm going to do is this. The idea behind this is that it needs to fire a laser shot. So if I put this button here, that wasn't meant to fire. I need to get a redstone torch, otherwise I'm just wasting power. Redstone torch. We're on a pulse mode, so it will only fire when I require it to. That's why the button's there. So probably just burnt through a bit of power. Let's throw a bit more of that in there. So this does, you can see there, it has a, down the bottom left corner, it has a 300,000 RF internal storage. Like this does have the 60,000. This has a 300,000 because each item that you create with it, so this powered furnace, for example, I'm going to require a bunch more iron. So we're going to need at least 4 iron. I've got 6 on me, so let's just go and throw them in, and we'll just do this. I'll throw one more of these in. It should get done before it's needed over there. Try not to be wasteful. In you go. Let's get that in there. But yeah, the idea is that this will use some power to create what we need. So in this one we need the Inori crystals. So that's 80 RF per ingot gets us an Inori crystal. So once these, we need 2 for this. 2 to make the Inori crystals. So what I do here is I go and throw them in front of the laser and hit the button, and it will turn it into these Inori crystals, these stars. That's one of the things we need for this. The other is another one of those what are they, like machine frame, like iron casings. So let's do this. I'm going to need 2 furnaces, 2 of these basic cores, so we're going to need 8 redstonia crystals. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Well, that's 9. Let's do that. And I think you can do it in block form as well, but yoink, zap. So that gave us 8 of the redstonia crystals. I need to get a farm going too, actually. Right, so we also need a couple of furnaces. 1, 2. And then I'm only going to have enough for one of them at the moment. And here I was saying about being wasteful. Let's just burn one. I only need the one more. That's it. Another black quartz. Let's get the other one of these. So we should now be able to make the powered furnace. We need one of them. Oh, well, I needed one more. Good on me. So this is smelting up that coal quite nicely. We're going to need to get a nice input of coal, I think. So let's have a look here. Open the table up would be a good start. Furnace, one of these, missing a stick. Missing a stick. Here we go. Just want to get this done and then we'll wrap up the episode. 1 iron casing, 1 powered furnace. I'm going to place this on this side of this coal generator. And I'm hoping that it will transfer some of its powers. Yes, look at that. So we should now be able to, in the case of this, let's throw one of these in here. We should get 2 of them out. And then I should be able to come over here and throw this in here. And it's using power to smelt it. Awesome. Very basic ore doubling for the win, and fairly cheap. I mean, you saw that. It wasn't overly expensive. Little bit of redstone, a little bit of iron, a bit of cobble. Honestly, fairly inexpensive. So this crusher, for example, I showed you before, again, a little bit more redstone here, so that's probably 4, 8, 10 redstone here, a couple of flint, a couple of cobble, and then a little bit of black quartz and some iron. Very cheap, and fairly versatile. Nice early game stuff. So I'm going to wrap it up here. I'm going to dump some of my inventory out because I'm carrying all this stuff that I just mined up before. Thank you all for watching. Please leave your comments in the section below, and don't forget you can join this server. There will be some details available for you to go and check it out. As you see, there's a lot of people on. It's a fairly decent community. I've had getting given all these gifts when I joined up. All these people wanted to say good day. So they're all very friendly. But yeah, thanks for watching. Catch you later.